More than 100,000 people, including senior politicians, marched against anti-Semitism in Paris at a time when anti-Semitic incidents across France have risen dramatically, and there is fierce political debate over whether and how to participate. French Senate spokesman Gérard Larcher, one of organizers of largely peaceful demonstration, said our task today is all-out fight against anti-Semitism, which is contrary to values of Republic. Path. Yaël Braun-Pivet, her counterpart in lower house and co-organizer of March, said as March near Luxembourg Garden drew to a close in France, "We can unite around common base. Our history and future." Prime Minister Élisabeth Borne, whose Jewish father survived Auschwitz but took his own life when she was 11, said at head of the procession that nation must not let anything pass when it comes to anti-Semitism. More than 3,000 police were deployed along the route of what Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin called the Great Civil March. This march was ultimately marred by only minor scuffles as a left-wing Jewish group attempted to prevent far-right party leaders from attending. The march took place without much disturbance, with only a few scuffles marring the procession. Claudia Greco More than 1,250 anti-Semitic acts have been recorded since the beginning of the conflict. This number was almost 3 times that in 2022. More than 70 demonstrations against anti-Semitism took place across the country on Sunday, including in cities such as Strasbourg, Lyon and others. Marseille. French President Emmanuel Macron did not attend but previously said he would be there in my heart and in my thoughts, adding that the unacceptable cannot be tolerated and that France must unite behind its values. Universality. In a letter Le Parisien newspaper, Macron condemned the intolerable resurgence of unbridled antisemitism in France. A France that our Jewish citizens fear is not France, he said. The 2 previous presidents, François Hollande Nicolas Sarkozy, and several former prime ministers, well as many well-known figures such former football player Lilian Thuram, best-selling author Marc Levy, also took part in the Paris March. During the march, a person held up a banner that read after the Jews, "It's your turn. Your silence kills." Family members of some of the 40 French citizens killed in Hamas' first attack on October 7, as well as those missing or held hostage, also attended. The event divided France's political class. His recent support for Israel, with the participation of the far-right National Rally, has been widely seen as an opportunistic attempt to bury Israel's anti-Semitic past and has drawn widespread criticism. The party's leader, Marine Le Pen, said the march should also signal resistance against Islamic fundamentalism, one of her party's main talking points. He described the objections as petty political arguments and said the party was exactly where we need to be. However, French government